Grace and peace to you on this day. Here is today's devotional from Aldersgate Church. My name is Emily and I'm one of the pastors there. And I want to tell you a story. About a week ago, or a little longer, a duck came to church and took up residence in the atrium in between the staff offices. And it wasn't long after that 13 baby ducklings appeared in that atrium as well. We had fun watching them and looking at them. We put a little pan of water out there, and it didn't take us long to realize that this was not a good situation for the duck and her babies. So we called a team for help, and 2 persons came out last Saturday to help round up the baby ducklings and the mom and take them safely to water nearby. Well, we were only able to find 9 of the little ducklings that afternoon. So we took the mama duck and the 9 ducklings over to the water. Well, that left 4 little baby ducklings in the atrium. Well, unfortunately, we looked and couldn't find them. They had hunkered down somewhere in the shrubbery in the leaves. Later that day, Pastor Randy went back over to the church to check and see how things were going on, if any of the other ducklings had appeared. And sure enough, he found the mother duck had come all the way back to the atrium from where we had taken them, and she had returned for those ducklings. He was so impressed. We were all so moved, and he called the rescue team again, and they scooped up that duck and the babies and took them safely to the water. And Pastor Randy said it was the most interesting thing he went to watch, that when they released the duck and these remaining babies, that mother duck quacked a time or two, and those 9 little ducklings came out from shelter where she'd left them to rejoin the new ones, and they were all rejoined then as a family. We were both reminded of this story from Luke 15 that Jesus tells. When Jesus says, "Which one of you, having 100 sheep and losing one of them, does not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after the one that was lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders and rejoices. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, saying to them, 'Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost.'" We couldn't find the ducklings that were lost, but the mother duck returned, came a long distance and returned, and knew just where to find them. And when she brought them home to where she had left the others, they were all rejoicing. Reminds me of how God seeks after us unswervingly, how God seeks after us and finds us. And when we are found, there is such rejoicing that we can be with our brothers and sisters. I want to offer you that thought today, and also say that this coming Sunday, look, in the worship service, in the live stream, you just might see a picture of a duck and her ducklings and their reunion on the water. You just might find it somewhere in the service this week. This is also Memorial Day Sunday, and we'll be remembering other persons too. We'll be remembering all of those who lost their lives in service to our country, our military personnel. And we want to invite you to have a candle nearby for the service this week, so that you can light a candle along with us as we do so in memory of all of those who have fallen. God bless you, and may the peace of Christ be with you this day and always. Amen.